as a reminder, um, we did this activity because I started learning another secret language. Well, actually, a secret language, which means that I started learning a language, but I just didn't tell anyone which language it is. So whenever I talked about my secret language on the internet, people would ask me, "What is the secret language? What is the secret language? What is the secret language?" Until at some point, I just started like replying tongue in cheek, like a bit sarcastically, like, "Yeah, it's a language that someone else chooses for me, and they keep it a secret, and then I just like study it like as a blind date." And that joke kind of become this activity. I don't think anyone else has ever done a language blind date so far. So this is pretty exciting. This is um, a first time probably in the internet, in the history of language learners. So yeah, we're here making history. So it's happening, guys. Finally, I'm about to enter my secret date. Let's see what awaits us. I'm a bit nervous, not gonna lie. I think I'm nervous both on the language side and also on the technical side. It's actually my first time recording a submitting, so a lot of things can go wrong or very wrong. Breathe, water. I think I just got spoiled by the name. Uh-oh. I'm not gonna say anything, but I think it's pretty obvious. Oh my god, my heart. I'm gonna die. Okay, I'm in the waiting room now. Waiting for her to accept me into it. Yeah, I don't know if I should start by saying hello or like I should just wait for her to tell me what to say. Like she will greet me and then I'll just repeat whatever she says, probably. I can't believe this language one. That's insane, man. It's happening. I'm going in. Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Здравствуйте. Привет. Hello.
Привет.
Привет. Да, как дела?
Хорошо, спасибо. Вы?
Да, все нормально, да. Хорошо. Вы уже учили русский? Вы уже изучаете? Нет?
Нет.
Это как-то beginner.
Я не понимаю. Я знаю only three things. Привет, как дела, хорошо, and я не знаю.
Я не понимаю, да, I don't understand. Ага, хорошо. Но какая цель? What is your goal? So what would you like to achieve? Why would you like to learn Russian?
So probably my friend contacted you. I wanted to take a new challenge. I had a lot of expectations to learn a new language this year, but I couldn't decide which language to learn first. So I told my friend to pretty much decide for me, and I'm so glad. I'm so happy that it turned out to be. It's Russian, right? Like it's not.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, Russian. I'm asking just in case it's like Belarusian or different variety, but it's.
No, I'm like initially from Moscow.
Oh, cool.
I'm living in another place now.
Cool.
It's temporary, but I hope to return.
Cool. So what is your name?
Меня зовут Оксана. My name is Оксана. Да. And how can I call you? What is your name?
So I always imagine that my Russian name is Alexander, because my Spanish name is Alejandro. And I'm not very sure, but I think Alexander people are called Sasha.
Sasha, exactly. Да.
So you can call me any of those. You can call me Ale, Alejandro.
Хорошо. Да, отлично. И откуда вы? Откуда вы? Means where are you from? Откуда вы?
Aku?
Откуда вы? 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 Откуда?
Откуда?
Let me show you my screen, because when I teach, I usually run this Google spreadsheet.
Cool.
Later, I will send you the link on it, okay, and you will be able to read
Okay.
what I wrote during the lesson, so all the information will be there. Just one thing, have you ever learned the Russian alphabet?
Yeah, I can read it.
So it's okay, it's big relief. Okay.
Yeah.
Alexander.
No problem. I had studied Russian before when I was in high school. I was very in love with Russia and the culture and the language. And I used to listen to, Pimsleur, like a method to learn languages
Да, it's very
auditively.
good. It's a
And
perfect
I
start.
used to listen to that while I was in the gym. And I still remember some things, but very faintly, like barely remember. So, but
Да.
reading, I can
So,
read, yeah.
да, so I will show you. Да, смотри.
Great.
Как
That's
вас
amazing.
зовут?
Как вас зовут?
Да, это what's your name, but literally it means how do they call you. So when I ask как дела, it's actually how are you doing, how are things. Да, как is how. You can ask it about anything. Да, как ты, how are you, directly. Or как вы. Вы is just a formal way of addressing another person.
Great.
Вот. И откуда вы? Откуда вы? Where are you from?
Where are you from? Oh, okay. I would imagine it would have где, like where.
Где, да. Где means just where, just about location.
Okay.
So, for example, when I ask где,
Ты?
For example, if вы or ты, it doesn't matter. In this case, where are you? And I will answer, for example, я не знаю, в Италии. I'm in Italy.
Okay.
So it's in. When I ask откуда, it's where from.
Okay.
So куда is like where to, and what means from. So it will be
Okay. I understand.
Вот, это будет как от here is actually extra, for куда. When I ask you куда, it means where to.
Okay.
So it's like where are you going?
Indicates direction.
Да. So normally we ask куда вы идете.
Okay.
Where are you going to? But even when people omit this verb, we clearly understand if it's куда, it's direction. So sometimes when we see each other very quickly in the street, we ask куда.
Okay.
Like where are you to? And people understand. Как where are you going?
Куда вы?
Да. Куда вы или куда ты?
Куда вы идете? Okay.
Вот. And the answer будет, например, я в школу. I'm going to school.
Great. Я в школе.
Да. So, куда, где, and откуда, in English it would be where, just with different meanings.
I understand.
So, talking about this вы and ты, so вы is formal you.
Great.
Вот. And you is informal.
Okay.
When you want to skip, I noticed that in many other languages, like going from this formal вы to informal is really fast. But in Russian, it's quite, you need to ask a permission. So there is a wonderful Russian word, можно. Which itself is very convenient. So it's like, may I have it? May I do it? Sometimes you even don't need anything. You just ask, можно? And that's it. When you knock on someone's door, people clearly understand. It's like, may I come in? So the word itself is good. When you try to try something, when you want to try something at the market, you can ask, можно? And people understand. And you can ask this question, можно на ты? It's like, may we use informal?
Of course.
And people usually say that. So when someone said it, it's just like a politeness.
Perfect. No questions. Super clear.
Да, is yes, and нет is no.
How do you say no problem?
Нет проблем.
Ah, okay. That's easy to remember. Нет проблем.
But actually, what I always teach together with this expression is just remember, we also have the word problema, which is
Right.
actually a problem. Why
Ah,
I'm paying attention to it? Because
yes.
yes, later it causes problems. Everyone learns
Okay.
this phrase first. Of course, everyone thinks, okay, in English, no problem, in
And
Russian,
forever
нет
problem.
проблем.
So,
Okay, the word problem.
problema is nominative case
Nominative, no, and singular.
and
What
singular.
happens here? Actually, here, literally, what you say here is like there aren't any problems.
So it's accusative?
It's a genitive case.
Ah,
And
genitive.
also plural. Yes, sir. It's quite complicated. It's one of the most complicated constructions just because it's so common and people really remember it like this and forget that problema is feminine. And then it starts to get mess. People say один проблем, мой проблем, which is masculine and it's wrong. And I always like try to like dig out this old mistake in
I
people's
understand.
speech. Yes?
It's
So
better to take it
there
step
are
by step and understand. Okay.
da. So, you know, Russian is full of English and French and Spanish words and Latin words. Actually, it's very hard to find a truly Russian word in the Russian
Oh,
language. My
really?
teacher of Russian at school, she played jokes at us. So she said, okay, they're in the classroom. Find the word that is really Russian. And people said, class. She said, no, it's like from English and French. Then people say, parka. No, it's French and German. Okay, portfolio, rucksack, whatever we said, it was always German, French, English, whatever, not Russian.
That's
Карандаш is
amazing.
Turkish. Not. Telephone is English, so
Right.
it's really hard. And almost all words, Russian is actually a young language, quite young.
Okay, I understand.
So it has a lot of borrowings. So if you would like to have a textbook, so I think sometimes that's good to have. So you can leave me an email and I will send you this book and also the audio files. I strongly recommend to listen not only to me, because first of all, I'm a woman and you also need to listen to men. I find it very practical because I learn languages and I feel that the pronunciation of men and women is sometimes different. Yeah, so it's really good to have
Okay.
both
Get used to both. Perfect.
voices.
That's a great tip.
And here, yeah, I think there are many male recordings and they're clear.
Excellent.
And you see, if you read these lines, so this first page, when students learn the alphabet, they're excited how many words they actually know. Да, матч, ситуация, менеджер, джинсы, журналист. Да, so Russian is full of foreign words.
Корпорация, коррупция. Okay, yeah, I understand fairly well.
So, by the way, this T is also very helpful when you try to recognize. So, when you see words like this, like ситуация, корпорация, коррупция, this T is almost always from this T-I-O-N.
Yeah, like
in English.
action or shun.
Action is акция,
Yeah, акция.
corruption, коррупция, да,
Wow.
corporation, corporation, situation, ситуация, revolution, революция.
Okay,
So
I
it's very
understand.
clear, actually. Вот. И что еще я должна сказать? What else I need to say? Don't try to translate.
Okay.
It's usually what makes students' life really complicated. Think about Russian as about a Lego toy.
Different language.
So it's like different language, you have this set of toys. I say, okay, I teach you like these small things, and they say, okay, you don't need to say I have. In Russian, we don't have this construction. We actually say by me, there is or there are things. Yeah?
Okay, I
And
understand.
for example, when in English they say I need, and in Russian you say something is needed, is necessary to me. And when you try to translate it directly, no, it doesn't make sense what
Right.
to say sometimes. Yeah, so I say, okay, we have this construction, use it.
Okay.
Хорошо.
So
Я тоже
how do
покажу.
you say I need something?
Ага, мне нужно. Сейчас я покажу.
Мне нужно.
Мне нужно.
Мне нужно.
And then you say what you need.
Okay. Мне нужно проблем? No.
проблема. Да. Смотри, with nouns it will work a little bit different.
Okay.
Да, so we will need to think about the gender.
Okay. Okay.
Вот, so проблема is feminine, and in this case we will write «мне нужна проблема». Oh,
Okay.
for example, you can say «мне не нужна проблема», I don't need a problem.
Right.
Вот.
Okay.
Это может быть тоже «не нужно».
Понимаю.
But generally, especially when you speak in everyday life, so we sometimes say «мне не нужно» and then just the word.
Okay.
Это как можно, it's okay.
Perfect.
Вот. У меня есть is also good.
Yeah. I have.
Phrase to know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Вот, and here you don't need to
slowly
change.
remembering.
Да-да-да. Мгм. У меня есть, например, семья. I have good family.
Good family. Okay, семья.
Да.
Семья.
Мгм. У меня есть дом, house.
У меня есть дом.
Actually, when people ask you these questions, you know, in Russian we only use the intonation to make a question. So people ask, у вас есть семья? Well, the word order is exactly the same as in the affirmative sentence.
У вас. Okay, у вас.
У тебя, if it's informal. У тебя есть дети, например. Do you have kids?
Okay. У вас.
Да.
Okay, I think I understand. So, if I want to ask, do you need something? How do you say that?
Тоже тебе или вам.
Тебе. Okay.
Тебе нужна, например, не знаю, машина. Do you need a car?
Тебе нужно. Okay. I understand.
Или, например, тебе нужно работать. Do you need to work?
Work.
Да, это тоже можно. You can use, so actually this нужно perfectly works with a verb. Да?
Okay.
So when you use a verb, нет проблем. Да? Нет проблем. Хорошо. What I'm going to show you as well, so since we already started to talk about this можно, which is a good word, I call them short but powerful words.
Amazing.
I will show you some really small short words that are words like a sentence in English. So, можно, you see, first of all, about the intonation. Listen to the intonation. It's your friend. Actually, in Russian, we have 7 types of intonation, and sometimes it's really important to listen to intonation more than to words. You see, for example, this можно, да, and можно. When someone says можно, it's already permission. Да? So, yes, you may. You can do it.
Okay, можно? Можно.
Да, exactly. Perfect.
Okay.
Да, отлично. Вот. And also here you see the same word. Вон. Да? It's like, it's over there. Где банк? Where is the bank? Да, and you just show and say вон. Over there.
Вон.
It's over there.
Okay.
Да, вон. Вон. The first sound is в. Вон. Вон. Да, да.
Okay.
And when people say it with this exclamatory intonation, вон, it's like go away.
Okay. Вон.
You see, so, вон. It's like the nearest place I want to see is over there.
Amazing.
Вот. Да, no, it's just a funny example. Yeah, of course, it's not always like this. Вот. Then what I need to say, да and нет. In English, you need this, yes, I am, no, he doesn't, no, I want, and something like this. Nothing like that in Russian. Don't be afraid of being direct. Russians are very direct.
Okay.
So, and it's okay. It's not impolite when people answer just with да and нет.
Perfect.
Also, this word is actually funny. It means, will you be? Will you be? But as one word, when it is used when we eat something, it's like a suggestion.
Okay.
Would you like? Actually, an offer when you have something that you are ready to give, and you can ask, будешь? And it's to your friend, it's like, would you like? Будешь кофе? Would you like some coffee? Будешь, там, не знаю, молоко? Would you like some milk?
How do you say fruit?
Еда.
Еда. Будешь еда. Будешь чай?
Да, будешь чай, exactly.
Будешь, what else? Yeah.
No, it's usually about something like food or drinks.
Okay. Food or drinks. Будешь. Perfect. Будешь. And so I saw that in your picture, the Y, the U has an accent.
Yes, exactly. This accent means that the stress is on this letter.
Okay, but
So in all these words where the stress is on it, you need to pronounce the vowel as a long, loud sound.
okay, but
Можно,
можно,
будешь.
будешь. So that's just for learners, no? Like Russians don't use the accent.
Don't use. It's not like in French, for example, and I think in Spanish, yes. So if you put it, so it's like a separate letter.
Yeah.
I actually don't even have these signs on my keyboard.
Okay.
So when I build this picture, it's like extra time to put all the stresses. Where can you get them? So all the books for beginners contain them. Also, if you look at some kids' books, they also have them. On the websites, not for learners, like for native speakers, no, unfortunately, we don't have them.
Okay.
And it's actually a big problem, but I will give you one link. Do you know Wiktionary? I really love this website, and I think it's especially good for Russian learners.
I love Wiktionary. I use it every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is perfect. So develop this habit to use it for Russian. So when you check a word, so you found a word and you feel, okay, I need it. That's or if you, let's use something like, for example, this, что мы можем взять? Ну, давай возьмем проблема, да? Проблема.
And it shows you every conjugation, every case.
Yes. You see. So here there are cases and there are stresses. And they are very good. Yeah, so they are checked. Whatever. I always use this and I've never seen any mistakes.
Oh, wow.
They're very precise and sometimes like hyper precise. That so проблема you, they even give you 2 forms like everything that you might need.
Wow.
And you can, so basically you see this, why it is нет проблем, да, so it's родительный падеж genitive. And what you need for the beginning, but you have this word here, the проблема, that's or it's nominative singular. So I will give you this link.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much.
It's very useful. No, you see them, there is a word проблема, but you will find the way to get from that place.
Right.
So the next word is something that all people know. Everyone who has the Russian friend or who has ever watched the Russian TV series knows this word. Давай. Давай is like give me literally. So when someone asks будешь, you can say давай.
Давай.
Да. So будешь кофе? Давай.
Okay.
So it's like it comes from давать, give. It's the imperative from давать. So it really means this initially. But people also use it a lot in the meaning of let's do it. So you can say давай работать, let's work. Давай читать, let's read. Давай думать, let's think about something. Да? And also people started to use it like just a separate word, like quick, like let's do it quickly. When, for example, our children go into school, I was давай быстрее. So you can hear it a lot, just as a separate word. So it's kind of pushing someone to do something.
Perfect.
Also, so you already see the potential for a dialogue. Будешь? Would you like something? You can say давай. Here. And then I can say на. Here you are. So it's very colloquial. It's used with friends. На, it's here you are.
No.
You can also say вот. Да, вот на кофе, на телефон, whatever I give you.
So you can
when you pass.
Refuse saying не спасибо?
Да, можно сказать нет, спасибо, no, thank you.
Okay, perfect.
О, да, спасибо, да.
Да, спасибо, давай, okay. Давай. Okay.
Well, then that's like here you are, so the whole phrase in
English.
You
can build a conversation with this. That's great.
Да, really, да, and also можно, будешь, можно, давай, на, спасибо. Хорошо. Конечно, of course, nowadays everyone knows the word okay. We even have a supermarket chain called okay, written in Russian letters.
Okay.
So the younger people prefer it, but it's always good to know the Russian word for this. Ladno comes from the word lad, which means balance. Actually, you will see later a lot of words that related to this lad, and it's all related to harmony, balance, something good, something balanced, agreed.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
So when people say ladna, it's like everything is agreed. Let's do this.
Oh, I
The
like the
only thing
Russian
that
word
I-
more than the
Mhm.
okay.
No, yes, it's
It's
beautiful,
actually-
but you know what? Sometimes it can be better and safer to use okay because okay is really neutral. And ladna sometimes may have the idea that you didn't like the idea first. So, for example, someone said, давай работать, let's work. And you're like, я не хочу, I don't want. And people convinced you, and then you say, okay, ладно.
Okay.
That's all, let's do it. So it's kind of agreement after some hesitation.
Understood. Okay.
So what do we have? My maybe least favorite words in Russian, but yes, sometimes you get this нельзя instead of можно.
Okay.
So нельзя means you mustn't, it isn't allowed. So something is prohibited. Да, нельзя.
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 Да. So можно is the opposite.
Можно.
So they are two opposite words. Да, можно. You may, it's allowed, it's okay. Да, например, ты можешь спросить, здесь можно курить? May I smoke here? And people can say, да, здесь можно курить. Yes, you may smoke here. Or нет, нельзя. Да, so no, it's prohibited.
Нельзя. Okay. Perfect.
And while нельзя is a colloquial word, запрещено is what we usually write. So I put this word here for people who travel, and when they see it, so on transport, for example, you always have this notice, yeah, запрещено, запрещено, запрещено. It's not what you need for using every day, but it's good to know how it is written.
Okay, perfect.
Нельзя is its equivalent. And you see, the more words like this you are able to use, the better for you. First of all, it's easy. Yeah, and forget about articles, forget about the verb to be in the present tense. So we really just put words together. So if you want to say the bank is over there, so in English it's quite a complicated phrase. The bank is over there. So in Russian you can say bank on. So just two words, and it's how the Russian language works.
So does it have to do with the locative case? I know that exists, but...
It exists, but in this case you just describe. So when you say just the bank is over there, everything is in the nominative. You say it in the locative when you say, for example, I'm in the bank.
Or the money is in the bank.
In this case, you would say я в банке, or for example, я работаю в банке. I work in the bank.
Я в банке.
So functionally they are different.
Я работаю в банке?
Да, я работаю в банке.
Я работаю в банке. Okay. Bank. Amazing. Okay.
And also, like, forget using like my, for example, too much. In English, I don't know, like, no, I feel that my English-speaking students, they really overuse this word my. So in Russian, when you say mama, papa, сестра, брат, so all these family members, it's clear that you are talking about yours. First of all. If you are not talking about yours, you will say it. So we assume that it's yours. So no articles, no all this my, your.
Okay.
As soon as you forget about it, the sentence becomes shorter and easier.
Okay,
And
so
that's the clue.
You would say that Russian is a compact language, relatively?
Okay. Yes, we can really assume a lot, right? So in English, you can say the bank, a bank, right? In Russian, it's always bank. So if you really want to say this bank, only this bank, you will need to say этот bank. But it doesn't often happen. Here, actually, you can use the word bank without anything quite a lot, and people will understand from the situation. Yeah,
perfect.
It can be the bank that you are looking for, and you ask this person to show you. No, then it can be any bank. So it's like the nearest bank. I don't know its name.
Wow, it's really cool. It reminds me a bit of Chinese, because you don't need
Yes, exactly. Yes. I learned Chinese, and I feel that there are many similarities.
Yeah.
Of course, no, Chinese has its own difficulties and Russian
Yeah.
has its own. The difficulties are different, but yes, the idea of not using much grammar
Much
at the
information.
beginning, at least,
Yeah. Okay.
yes. You can build a lot of simple sentences both in Chinese and in Russian.
Perfect. Okay, I
Yeah.
understand. Amazing.
Хорошо.
That's exciting. Now I'm more interested about
Хорошо.
Russian.
Да. No, of course, I don't say it's easy, да, but if you don't try to translate,
Yeah.
it's
Just
something that
create
you
from
can
zero.
do. Yeah, and also what I'm going to give you, first of all, I always give a quiz that's set for so-called language phrases. And then also, I also encourage my students to learn a lot of adverbs, the words that end in O in Russian. Like, this хорошо,
Yeah.
плохо, да? So why? Because you can explain a lot using just one word. When you say хорошо, it's like, I am fine.
And
Да,
you.
it's fine. Да?
Okay.
Nothing else. The word never changes. So
Okay.
it's very convenient.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So they don't follow cases. They don't conjugate. They stay always the same. The words that end with O.
They are always the same. They don't depend on anything.
Okay.
Mhm.
So this set of cards is for words that end in O.
You can also, yes, I will give you two links. The first will be about the words for, no, it's like phrases for those who speak, like я не знаю, I don't know, I forgot, я забыл. Sorry, it's always good to have вот так вот language key phrases. Хорошо. Отлично. Да. Когда, Саша, увидимся. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah.
Bye. Пока.
So how do you say bye?
Пока.
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 Okay.
Да. Пока-пока.
Пока. Thank you so much. Спасибо.
Не за что. Пока.
Wow. We did it. Blind date, and it was Russian. Who would have thought? And it's funny because people voted for this like probably 6 months ago, and here we are. It was such a great class, man. She knows her stuff. You can tell right away. You can tell she's been teaching for a long while. I would bet she has 1,000 hours teaching on italki, even more. I've taken classes with a lot of teachers, and honestly, let me tell you, she knows her stuff. I'm so excited now. I obviously really want a second date with Russian, and I just learned so much stuff that I can just use right away, right off the bat. Which is a thing you cannot find with many teachers when you start from scratch. I feel like some other teachers focus more on theory, but she focused a lot on like practical stuff that I can use, like just leaving this room, So I love that. Yeah. Oh my god, I have no other impressions, but I'm just very surprised. I mean, not crazily surprised, but just, overall, I wasn't expecting Russian. I was expecting Arabic, or I don't know. Because, yeah, like Arabic or like another major language like Persian. I didn't know Russian would be so popular, but here we are. That's amazing. And yeah, I've been like curious about Russian since I'm young, like as I told the teacher, I was studying when I was in high school a bit, but I never really stuck to it because I never really met many Russians or had many opportunities to travel to Russia. But wow, it's amazing to go back to it after many years, and I'm so surprised, guys. You really surprised me. Thank you so much for voting. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Cloud Sidky, who organized this follow through when it was just a crazy idea. Yeah, we're here making history and learning Russian in these times. Who would have thought? So yeah, I'm chatting with Cloud right now, and he's telling me that Russian won for only 2 votes that arrived like right in the last second. Otherwise, Swahili would have won. And for the entire poll, sorry, Arabic and Greek were winning. So apparently, Russian came in clutch and beat Arabic, Greek, and Swahili. Well, guys, I'll I'll finish it right here. It was I'm still like shaking, like out of the excitement. I don't know what to do now. I don't know if I should go buy a Russian book, start studying the Quizlets that she gave me, or just probably watch a Russian movie now. So many opportunities. I feel like a door just unlocked. So yeah, I'll keep you posted, guys, on this. See if there's a second day, third date. Probably falling in love for the long term. Who knows? See you soon.